The Midnight Tree Pruners. 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 It was a quiet night in the neighborhood, the kind where the only sound was the occasional rustle of leaves. But if you listen carefully, you might hear something else, a hushed whisper, the scrape of a ladder, the snap of a branch. Because tonight, the neighbors were up to something sneaky. Just after midnight, a group of them gathered in the shadows. They huddled under the big nut tree that had been blocking their view for weeks. No one spoke too loudly. After all, this was a covert operation. In the center of it all was the leader. He stood confidently, hands shoved deep into the pockets of his shorts, his sneakers almost too clean for someone about to commit tree-based mischief. "Right, up you go," he instructed, his voice barely louder than a whisper. He wasn't the type to climb or pull branches himself. Oh no! His job was purely supervisory, dishing out advice with an air of authority, shorts, sneaky sneakers, and all. Two of the others, a bit less experienced in these nighttime shenanigans, had brought a ladder. They set it against the tree, cautiously testing its sturdiness. One by one, they clambered up, armed with rope and small saws. The first branch was stubborn, but after a few minutes of careful sawing, it gave way with a loud crack. They froze, hearts pounding. Had anyone heard? Was someone going to come storming out of their house, demanding to know what on earth was happening? Nothing. Just silence. They exchanged relieved glances, then tied the rope around the branch and slowly lowered it to the ground. The leader nodded approvingly from his spot on the lawn, still not lifting a finger. "Nice and steady," he murmured, though his only contribution was a smug grin. He adjusted his shorts like it was the toughest job in the world. Once the branch was down, the group quickly stuffed it into a corner of the backyard, hiding the evidence like a team of botanical burglars. Another branch followed, then another. The pile grew, but their sneaky skills ensured no one would notice, not until the morning, at least. After about an hour of climbing, cutting, and carefully stashing branches, the job was done. The big nut tree, once unruly and proud, now looked a little more manageable. The neighbors gathered around, hands on hips, surveying their handiwork. "Good job, team," the leader said, still with his hands firmly in his pockets. "I think we've done enough for tonight." Satisfied, they exchanged a few quick nods and disappeared back into the night, leaving the tree neatly pruned and the backyard suspiciously full. The next morning, not a soul in the neighborhood knew what had happened, just a few sneaky neighbors with sore arms and an oddly trimmed tree to show for it. And as for the leader, he probably claimed credit for the whole thing, even if he hadn't touched a single branch.